This is where we train Anti's first division of post-negotiation Mantisaur aggressors under Strategic Ingestment Executive Wotjek, senior-most commander at Fort Endurance. Executive Wotjek says he is pleased to welcome a future customer into our base.
Saw you upgraded Val's corrosion resistance, immunity to shock, plasma reloading. That's why I hate automechs. They're so high maintenance.
You hate automechs? Poor Moonman. Automechs are cool. Let's go see what's going on over here with Auntie's Choice.
Can't say I was expecting to see anyone else in these parts for a good long while.
Who are you? I'm gonna talk to you.
Hello, friend. Welcome to the most beautiful half-built landing platform on all of Dorado.
What's beautiful about a half-built landing pad?
Simple, friend. You see any sergeants barking orders? Any of those spidery crystal critters lurking in the rocks? Any order forces storming the area? No, you do not. Perfect blend of just close enough to the base to be safe, but not close enough for any officers to get nosy. And I still get paid the same as if I was a frontliner.
Sounds like easy bits. What happens when they resume construction, though?
There's the real beauty of it. They won't. The Order's anti-air guns are a damn sight better than we expected. There's no reason to finish the landing pad on account of nothing can land. Command won't go back to building it until the war is won. Then I'm in no danger of being shot anyways. Maybe I'll even get a promotion for doing such a good job keeping this place safe.
You got it all worked out, Moody. The Order's anti-air guns really giving you that many problems?
Oh, no doubt about it, friend. They've been blasting our landing craft out of the sky right, left, and center. I can't even imagine the total cost of it all. But as long as my bits keep rolling in, why should I care? Someone else is getting demoted for that, not me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to my favorite pastime, doing absolutely nothing and getting paid for it.
I gotta say, Moody, I like your attitude. Let's see if I can find stuff from you. Oh, well, that's stealing. I don't want to steal. That's also stealing, so I won't steal that either, as much as it pains me to not pick it up. Oh, cool job with your landing pad there, Mr. Moody. Keep up the good work. Order Intercessor. Order Suppressor. Order Intercessor.
Thank law, Fort Endurance still stands. We ought to check in.
Stay in line or I'll knock you to the bottom of the org chart.
I'm not even on the org chart.
That better not be what I think it is.
I have no notion of how to cool your conniption. Corporate says I'm in charge, so I'm in charge.
You're in charge? But you're in charge? Don't you mean the executive is in charge?
Of course, that's what I meant. Whether I say me, he, or
Strategic
we,
Ingestment Exec
It's all
Wotjek.
the same pile of gum.
That tone is not how you get approval for your little tests, designer. Next time, you might want to try and tame your woolly curds with a little mock apple.
Yes? Who are you? And why are you attempting to steal my utterly invaluable attention?
What is all this?
This is a fort. Those are soldiers. They are Mantisaurs. And I am far too busy to play tour guide. Now, if you'll please excuse me.
Oh, geez, okay. How about you? Got more to talk about?
I hope you're not here to apply for employment. I'm already overwhelmed by the sheer volume of peons I'm forced to oversee. And if you're here as a spy, know that the temporary ceasefire is on tenuous footing. So if you stay, it's likely just a matter of time before I'll be stringing you up.
Temporary ceasefire?
That's right. Anti's Choice and the Order stopped officially shooting at each other almost 3 years ago. Since then, we've just been sitting here twiddling our thumbs. Although, whatever's happening with Outpost Opportunity may well signal the exciting and lucrative return of open hostilities. Regardless, you're clearly not part of a little cosmic serial, so why are you in my base?
I'm just a neutral party, here advancing my own interests.
Spectacular! We haven't had a chance to do business with outsiders in an age. Welcome to Fort Endurance, Anti's southernmost base of operations and a hub of comfort and commerce. Or at least we will be in a year or two. Oh yes, Anti's Choice may not be your first choice, but thanks to our aggressive expansionism and occupation policies, we're soon to be your only choice.
Right, sure. And what do you do here?
This is where we train Anti's first division of post-negotiation Mantisaur aggressors under Strategic Ingestment Executive Wotjek, senior-most commander at Fort Endurance. Executive Wotjek says he is pleased to welcome a future customer into our base.
Ha! A good one. For a second I thought you were seriously saying a Mantisaur is in charge.
Now you're starting to sound like some of the wagabouts I've got under my command. Why would I be anything but serious? Executive Wotjek has been part of this unit since he was just a pupa. As he grew, he's shown exceptional bravery, stoic stalwartness, and strong leadership. It's earned him promotion after promotion until our last battle against the Order deprived us of our former chief executive and left him as the senior-most trooper.
It's quite a chain of command you got.
The executive welcomes you, but would like to know what your business is in our base.
Wait, you understand that thing?
My experimental Mantisaur graft lets me speak with him as easily as I do with you. He emits pheromones that my antenna can detect. He wouldn't be much of a commander if he couldn't communicate with the troops.
Commander, it's my professional opinion that we should back away slowly. This guy's craft is either messing with his gray matter, or he's messing with us.
No, wait, this is amazing. Ask it what number I'm thinking of.
What? It's not a mentalist.
But it's reading your mind, right?
No, we're using pheromones to... It's like we can smell what each other is saying.
Oh, sorry, just let me muster up a smell it should understand.
No, please, don't.
Why not? It can't stink any worse than the dung you're spewing.
Designer Bradford, you've been warned about disrespecting the chain of command.
And you've been reminded, repeatedly, that I'm not under your chain of command. I'm technically under the Mantisaur, but that's got nothing to do with you. I just wanted to make it clear to our newcomer that you are full of shit. You've always been full of shit, and you will always be full of shit. So you're best ignored entirely.
That is quite enough, Designer.
Is that right? Are you full of shit?
Of course not. I'm just a lowly trooper acting as interpreter. Otherwise, surely these folks would have figured it out by now.
We have all figured it out. Unfortunately, I'm the only one willing to say it to your face.
Yes, well, please excuse our curmudgeonly biologist. She's been a pill ever since the promotion that made Wotjek outrank her. Still, that ugly moment behind us, it's a comfort to my mind that you're here. Executive Wotjek has an assignment we're desperate to have done, but it can only go to someone outside our chain of command.
Not this crabble scat again. There is zero chance you're right. Zero. And this brilliant assignment of yours didn't go so well for the last group.
Right about what?
Wotjek can sense that there are some kind of mutated Mantisaurs over yonder, and he wants us to secure one of their pupas to raise as his own.
Oh, stop it. The creature doesn't want a pupa. He doesn't want to breed a superior race of Mantisaurs. He wants to eat meat, excrete the excess, and be left alone. That's it. Even if he could ask for a pupa from a rival nest, he'd probably just eat the law-be-damned thing to cut down on competition. He's a bug, nothing more.
That is enough. One more word in question of our executive officer, and I'll have you pitched over the edge with the rest of the enemies we've conquered here.
Yes, sir.
So you want me to go get you a mutated pupa?
Exactly. With it, Wotjek can raise a Zeranium-mutated Mantisaur army, which will be even more dangerous than the ones Auntie's Choice evolved from the Halcyon stock. We need you to infiltrate the mutated Mantisaur nest, secure a mutated pupa, and bring it to me here. Do that, and I, and Executive Wotjek, shall make sure you are well rewarded for your efforts.
Alright, I'll see if I can't find a mutated pupa in my travels.
Look in the nest to the east. That'll have your best odds. It's where Wotjek feels the pull from the strongest.
Feels a pull? Wentworth? Seriously? What am I saying? That makes the exact amount of scientific sense I'd expect from you. Excuse me? May we speak a second?
Yeah, we can.
Apologies for my outburst, but I had need to warn you that an earful from Wentworth is akin to sucking on an inhaler full of ammonia.
Yummy.
What are you two talking about?
Nothing of your concern, Wentworth! Just ignore him. He was clever enough to pretend that graft lets him talk with the beast. So overnight, he upstarted from simple trooper to de facto commander of this installation.
You know it's impolite to whisper, right?
But I've studied him extensively, and it is most assuredly nothing but a play for power.
That's what I assumed.
I'm not surprised. You seem sharp. So, if you know he's lying, then you understand that catering to his will isn't gonna do anyone any good. Conversely, the scientific value of studying the mutated pupa he wants is exponentially greater than any possible use he could have for it. Bring it to me, and not only will I match any reward he offers, but you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that it will serve a much greater purpose.
I don't think either of y'all have any purposes I'd care about. Thanks for the offer. I'll think about it.
I understand, but remember, the scientific value is immense.
I like science.
One of my favorite cereals starts out just like this. Oh, it's not got the best ending, though.
Did the Mantisaur end up eating everybody? That's what I would think would happen. Thanks, Autodoc. Feel much better.
damage-prone daredevil. You're getting battered and bruised, brutally battling Auntie's enemies. So we're honoring your sacrifice by winning the war on high prices.
So
Welcome to Bonnie's Barely Above Board Battlefield Bazaar, brought to you by Auntie's Choice. We know consumers are highly discerning in how they spend their bits in an active war zone, and I really appreciate you dodging literal bullets to bring me your business. And to show my gratitude, I'm offering you and only you a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime, exclusively discounted rate of 4/5 of Auntie's standard profiteering rate.
Wow, such a discount. Are you sure you'll manage to stay in business?
Only so long as you tell nobody of this amazing offer. If everybody got that deep a discount, I'd go out of business for sure. So what will you be buying today?
What do you got? A Tossball uniform. A pet for your ship automatically sent to your kennel upon purchase. This Mantiwasp has been exposed to Xyranium, its biology forever altered with unknowable consequences, yet it doesn't seem to mind. Really, its disposition couldn't be more positive, but given the violent tendencies of Mantiwasps, it's probably thinking of a cheerful way to kill everyone in sight. I don't think I need to buy anything. Oh, except for this advanced decryption key. That seems plenty good. Macrobiological Designer Bradford's Journal, 13206. Well, the joke of making a Mantisaur and Auntie's Choice Trooper just stopped being funny. The hoi polloi put him in for yet another promotion after he discovered that group of infiltrators last spring and it was approved. Now he officially outranks me. Having it as a mascot, I understood. Giving it ranks so the troops could draw increased rations, I understood. Promoting it to sergeant was shocking, but it didn't seem to hurt anything, so I kept my frumps to myself. But promoting it to officer, giving it meaningful rank, putting it above me in the order of succession? What if, law forbid, by some tragic turn of events, the damn thing were to end up in charge? What if, law forbid, it continues to gain rank and wind up in the running to be the next auntie herself? Some offenses simply can't be left to stand. I understand where this person's coming from. It does seem a little crazy. I got a Tossball card. Welcome, Intelligence. Technicist Dosia. Please enter your divisionally assigned difficult to remember, impossible to randomly guess, officially authorized passcode to proceed. Okay, I don't have that yet.
Well, hello there, consumer. If you haven't yet, you should be sure to avail yourself of our retail opportunities downstairs. You here for the view?
I was here for your terminal. For the view, I think. What is this place?
It used to be comms and observation for the Protectorate. They watched us get hammered by their huge guns and laughed as we scrambled to dig into that cruel, pitiless dirt.
Watch this advance, so you were part of Auntie's Choice invasion?
They bled us with constant shelling for the better part of 3 months, and it barely earned us a few dozen kilometers. Truth be told, I never thought we'd make it. Those sovereign sanctions can reach all the way across Golden Ridge. They rain shells the size of crabbles on us day and night. They made the invasion stall about 5 kilometers away and would have ground us to dust if the cannons hadn't stopped and the Protectorate retreated.
The cannons just stopped?
Like someone up here flipped a switch. 1 second our lives were pain and fear and death, and the next all was quiet. No more shelling, no more shooting. At first we thought it was a trap, that they'd start shelling again as soon as we popped our heads up, but there was nothing. We basically walked the rest of the way here. We didn't find out why until we got here and learned the Protectorate wasn't.
So what happened?
The Protectorate hightailed it. They decided that if the Order was going to splinter off on its own, then it could fuel its own army and fight its own battles. Those Protectorate bootlicks took everything not nailed down, leaving the Order to try and figure out how to wage war with no gear and almost no know-how. It took them weeks to rally, and by then we owned most of Golden Ridge. If Auntie'd only send a few thousand more troops, we'd shove them completely off this rock.
Congratulations on your pending victory. Interesting, thanks for the history lesson. An entire universe to expand into, and you've all chosen to fight for the same few rocks.
A whole colony full of people, and you've chosen to bore me with your inane opinions. You should feel free to take them anywhere that isn't here.
Okay.
Hey!
You ain't got clearance to come
please.
this way. One step more and you die.
Hello?
Hey, stranger, please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch.
What do you mean railroad you?
They're saying I murdered an officer, but they don't care what I've got to say about it. They just want me locked in here until they pen me in the sewers.
You seem like you're telling the truth. Why are they accusing you?
I've absolutely no notion as to why. I've never been in no kind of trouble. I'm a good employee, I do my job, and I don't complain. And honestly, I actually like Chief Cuddy. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks. Pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it.
If not you, then who else had motive and opportunity?
I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now.
Tell me about it.
We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here.
So how does that line up with what he said would happen?
It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty Stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty Stew.
So Chief Cuddy was psychic and knew how he'd die?
What? No, he just had an allergy and knew what would happen if he ate Crabble.
If he knew how he was gonna die, maybe he knew who was gonna kill him, too.
I can't believe you might be my best shot at getting out of this, but that's still gotta be how he died. So I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere.
Is there any of the stew still around?
No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy.
Let me try and talk to the security officer. Maybe I can help clear this up.
He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand.
I don't know if I can make people do things, but I can try. Security Officer Abner, I have to speak with you.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort?
Not trying to be Auntie's choice, dude. I happen to speak with your prisoner and think we should talk about it.
You happen to speak with my prisoner? Without my permission. Why by law would you do that? And why shouldn't I lock you up for it?
You can't lock me up. I see someone sitting in a cage. I want to know why, so I asked.
And pray tell, what did our trooper Bardot have to say for herself?
Your suspect makes it sound like her chief may have died from his allergies.
What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it.
You made it yourself. I thought it was straight out of a can. Do you know what an allergy is? Unless you're all allergic to Crabble, it doesn't matter.
What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned Sisty stew. Stew that I Oh no. Did you say Crabble?
I said Crabble. Why do I suddenly think you know exactly what happened to the Chief Cuddy?
Well, he told everyone that, but that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew, some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head.
What's that got to do with him eating Crabble?
Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it, and didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned Crabble stock.
Then you're the one who really killed him. You knew he was allergic and added Crabble stock to the stew anyways?
What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have, at least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits. And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career. Total secret.
Oh no, I was just trying to get justice for Bardot. Now I've done that.
Well, no, not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot go. There'd be questions, accusations, and assumptions as to who was responsible, and that's no kind of solution. And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence.
You'd really railroad an innocent person on murder charges to cover your own mistake?
Absolutely.
I don't like you, Security Officer Abner. If I help, letting Bardot go won't be enough to cover your debt.
That's only fair. I'll both free Bardot and compensate you for your effort.
Tell me what you need.
So we got this thing, an acidic dematerializer that we use to melt Mantisaur dung, so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything organic. Anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence, which would end the investigation. I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while.
Do you mean one of these?
Yes, that's exactly it. Now just head over to Cuddy's corpse and make it disappear. Well, really, make it turn into a small puddle, but that's neither here nor there.
Alright, I can do that.
Thank law. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardot and can draw this whole thing to a close.
Alright, Abner. I still don't like you. Welcome, Trooper Agnello. Body Disposal Directive. To all troopers, Fort Endurance, Dorado, Body Disposal Directive. We have begun to receive complaints from troopers stationed at Fort Endurance that the smell of the order bodies kept as Mantisaur food and stored on the loading elevator are interfering with standard operations. Please dispose of the corpses immediately in accordance with Auntie's Choice extraction and reclamation protocols, Soylent Governance Rule 81443212. While we appreciate that feeding order bodies to the SIE Wotjek and the other Mantisaurs is a novel way to extend rations and reduce costs, keeping unrefrigerated, rotting corpses on company property violates numerous health and safety protocols. It also exposes the fort to such an inexcusable amount of liability that it might even violate the troopers' relinquishment of autonomous rights waiver. Your request for the bodies to remain is denied. Disposal of dead bodies is non-negotiable. Remove them from the location immediately. Senior Personal Assistant to EVP Clar's Junior Personal Assistant. In addition to increasing the risk of sickness and disease, we have been made aware that your collective failure to dispose of the corpses on the loading elevator caused an onslaught of ravenous critters that swarmed the fort and caused numerous injuries. Get rid of them at once, or we'll bust the lot of you down to overnight inventory inspectors for the rest of your contractual career. Enough is enough. Wotjek, that big beautiful Mantisaur, caught a group of infiltrators sneaking into the fort just before dawn. He set upon them like he was a shopper at an auntie's birthday sale and was done tearing the lot of them apart before the rest of us even made it out of bed. Andrews put him in for another promotion. If it goes through, he'll officially be an executive, and the extra rations we'd get if that happened sure would come in handy. Even though we've been pretty darn effectual about feeding Wotjek the bodies of order chumps he's dismembered, the big bug continues to periodically turn on, I was gonna say his fellow troopers, but that ain't right, is it? He's a bug, and we're people, and while it's easy to forget he ain't actually one of us, maybe we've gotten a little too complacent. Wotjek's interpreter says it's his take on leadership. He says Wotjek didn't like Costa giving him lip, and was keeping discipline. He said that Wotjek swears it's a one-time thing, but it's the third time that one-time thing has happened. More and more, I'm starting to wonder how much Wentworth actually talks with the critter. Either Wotjek changes his mind a lot, or Wentworth's full of shit. I suppose it's official now. I'm gonna get eaten. Not only was my transfer to Outpost opportunity denied, but now Command is demanding we dispose of the remaining order bodies. Without that meat for Wotjek, I'm convinced he's gonna turn on each and every one of us, until he's the only thing left in this base. I don't want to get ate. I already paid for my non-refundable, Warner accessible keepsake box with plaque on level 424 of the claim. And if Wotjek eats me, there'll be nothing left to put in it. Alright, time to put on the helmet of Sneakery. It's stealing if I take it. Okay.
I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing, which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure.
Who's Cuddy?
Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us.
It's only behind you if you pay me and let Bardot go.
Of course. Debts left unpaid decays our character and all of anti-society. And this torrid affair has come close enough to doing both already. Regardless, it's nothing but ink in the ledger now. And speaking of ledgers, Bardot is free. And here's the balance for yours. Which means we're done.
Yeah, we're done, Abner.
You did it! You actually did it! I can't believe you could get it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage.
Happy to help, but I hate that he's getting away with framing you like this.
Framing me? Who? Do you know what happened?
I do. Abner didn't believe Cuddy was allergic and put Crabble stock in the stew.
That good-for-nothing rung leech! That dunderhead! Oh, he's about to learn that poor Chief Cuddy's not the only one with executive contacts in the family. My cousin's a VP in R&D who used to head testing on Numa. Abner's going to spend the rest of his downright miserable life wishing he just confessed and took what's coming. That makes me extra thankful for what you did. If it'd been left in Abner's hands, he'd have made sure they'd thrown me in a hole so deep even the Sprats wouldn't come visit.
Oh, I know. I'm not a fan of Abner at all. Alright, what's this thing say? Wanted, dead or alive, bounty for bits. I wonder who that is. Hope it's not me. Alright, I feel like my work here in Fort Endurance is done. Let's continue. Named Mantisaur drone. I don't think I want to fight that. It seems like a not necessarily a good guy, but a non-combatant. That's just about as good as a good guy can be.
Heard from Val you've been fussing with your graft. Well, not her exact words, but I read between the lines. Everything, all right?
I shouldn't be surprised Val's got a penchant for snitching. But yeah, my arm's seen better days. It's fine, nothing I ain't used to.
I hear that. I still have these law-awful phantom twinges in my arm and leg even now. Sometimes I hear this high-pitched ringing in my bad ear too. Distracting as hell.
Well, hell, reckon I can't compete with that. You need something to dull your pain? Go on, take my whole med bag, since you obviously need it more than I do.
Well, that's not what I was... Never mind.
You two are cute. Alright, let's go. Looks like someone might be in there. Caution, Xyranium. Is there anything important to go down there and get? I don't think so. It doesn't even like me being that close. Alright, I'll get further away.
Hey now, that's mine.
Oh, is it? But, you don't mind if I take it? So, keep on taking it? You mad at me?
You lost, stranger? I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. What are you? Order? Protectorate? Anti?
I'm not. Actually, I'm an Earth Directorate agent.
Really? An Earth Directorate agent? I have no idea what that is, but okay.
The Earth or the Directorate or the agent?
Cute little things, but their tallow and hides fetch a high price. Used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow.
Good to be employed. Those sprats must be in high demand.
Sprat leather has military applications, as all things do. I also hear tell that higher-ups like to put them around their boots. You know, sprat spats.
How's business?
Slower than I'd like, but it's not the first time I've had to tighten the old belt. Things will pick up once the war is over, unless a rift devours the colony. When that happens, sprats and bits will be the least of my troubles.
I should go. Be seeing you, Sprat Trapper.
See you around, agent.
Oh, I'm on fire.
Excuse me?
Excuse what? If you didn't want me picking this up, you would tell me it's stealing.
Acting like I'm not even here. Take it! Take it all! What do I care?
I will. All this stuff is mine now. I don't like your attitude about it. What is that? Oh, I think it's like a skip drone or something.
Hope you're settling into the cognito all right. You got everything you need?
Almost. Ever thought about bringing an Auntie's Choice vending machine on board? I ain't all that agreeable if I'm without my snacks.
I've got to introduce you to this novel appliance. Name of a refrigerator. You can store and draw from it without ever paying a bit.
Everyone knows a morsel tastes that much sweeter if you gotta pay a premium for it.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
I consume lunch all the time.
Can't you see I'm on the clock here?
Keep walking.
Talk is cheap, but my time is not.
Hold that thought.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Unregulated marketplace.
Xyranium Mantiwasp, Mantisaur pupil. not expecting to find some Xyranium Mantiwasps anywhere, but I guess I should have been ready for that.
Troublemaker approaching!
Liquidate him!
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just stay with me. I'll take care of him, Commander.
Time to earn my commission.
Dude, what the? Dude. Yeah, y'all fight. What the hell?
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Raring to go.
I leveled up. Right. Alright, 3 points in. We'll go observation and science and leadership. Alright, now we can go down there.
Look alive, Commander.
Time to switch to more weapons. Observations on Xyranium gas-infused Mantisaurs. Several weeks ago, we accidentally ruptured a Xyranium gas container and were forced to evacuate the area. We lost several troopers to the Xyranium, as it's quite lethal to humans. We also thought we'd lost an entire nest's worth of Mantisaurs, but after managing to locate the leak, we found the Mantisaurs standing there as if nothing had happened. They were visibly discolored, but otherwise seemed unharmed. When their handlers went to check them for injuries, the handlers were immediately cut down. The rest of us fled. It seems that the Xyranium gas is bonded with the Mantisaurs in some capacity. Aside from the discoloration, they're faster, stronger, and more durable than any normal Mantisaur. They're also completely uncontrollable. I'll require further study in order to figure out how to control them and make this discovery profitable. Oh, that must be the Xyranium leak over there.
Let me handle this!
Mantisaur nest. Think I got enough bullets for this? Let's save.
Armed and ready.
Good try, Mantisaurs.
Got my left on an unspread.
Mauled corpse. This poor trooper has been horrifically shredded by Mantisaur claws. Upon closer inspection, you notice there are undetonated grenades in its bowels. Though whether this was some dramatic last stand or simply how the body collapsed is anyone's guess. Yank their grenades out carelessly? Sure. Supremely confident that any grenades that got into a body without blowing up will also come out without blowing up, you shove your hand into the gory mess and jerk one clear of the corpse. Oh no! Why have I done this? Oh well. Sergeant Kelvin, final message. Damn that bug for sending us out here. We couldn't be prepared for what we found. They came out of the rocks, jaws agape, claws scratching, glowing an unnatural blue. They ignored our iron like we were shooting spitballs. I crawled into a crack too narrow for their hides, but all it got me was a front row view of my team being tore up and impaled onto spikes like they were stocking the larder for winter. And I can't stay here forever. Eventually I'll have to make a break for it. And law help me then. Please, if anyone finds this, tell Marjorie that I love her. And don't let her remarry to anyone that makes less than chief or senior associate. The kids deserve to at least be lower class. And further into the Mantisaur nest we go. And we save. Shit.
Look alive, Commander.
I'm seeing unfriendly.
It's a lot of Xyranium.
Someone call for a medic. Let's get you healed. To the rescue. Sight unseen. Let me handle this.
Pick up Hardened Slash Proof Blade. Oh shit.
Here comes the whole neighborhood.
Good try, Al.
Armed and ready. My aftermarket parts on the front. Vitals looking a much marginal, Commander.
Alright, we cleared out the Mantisaur nest. That was pretty fun. The day-night cycle on this planet goes real quick. Although the planet does look really cool at night, I can see why they did that.
Look alive, Commander.
Cocked and loaded. Just give the signal. I'm seeing unfriendly soup. On your command.
It's a brawl.
A Pitchball card, April Claudio. Let's continue on. Oh, too close. Whoa, where at?
Liquidate him!
Got my left on an Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Unknown personnel approaching. They don't appear to be hostile. Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Hello? Where are you? Oh, I found a rift anomaly. Cool. Who,
Attention, freelancer. You are currently friendly outbound. Hold fire.
Looks like a fight! Draft raring to go! Getting again.
Troublemaker approaching.
I look like I can do that now.
yeah? How am I supposed to know what you look like you can do? Let me check the map. I am doing a lot of perimeter work, and I might make my way back to the city again. But for now, I am going to stop here, and I will come back and explore more of Dorado. So thanks, everybody. I hope you all have a good one. Talk to you later on.